Laurie here. Today I'm going to be doing a design team project audition sort of thing for Tracie Fox. About a week ago she asked her subscribers if they would like to be part of her design team and if they would, to let her know by responding with a video. And in this video you were to simply take her kit, any one of her kits, and make a project. So that is what I've done, as I would love to be part of Tracie's design team. So I have made a journal, a botanical journal, and this is it here. And I have used parts of two kits for this journal. I have used the Nature's Epiphany Journal Pages kit and the Embellished Floral Delight Botanical Prints kit. And I've got to say that it was just amazing to work with this kit. It is absolutely beautiful. But I'm just going to get straight into the journal as I don't want this video to take too long. So it is a hardback fabric covered journal, and it does have a little metal pieces on the front and on the back. It has metal corners. It has a beautiful metal piece right here with an eyelet that holds the chain closure in place. It has this beautiful Tim Holtz front piece, and inside that I have a stamp of a mushroom on some canvas. On the spine I have a large tassel that I just love. I also have the tails from all the sewing still sticking out at the top, the sides and the bottom. Obviously whoever gets this can cut those off if they like. I just really like the look of that. And on the back we also have a charm which is removable. So on this charm we have a Tim Holtz word coin, and it just says to cherish. We have a large key which kind of reminded me of an old garden key, and then we have a lovely tassel, a large green bead, a large beautiful butterfly, a small bird home, a little rose, a large branch, some grapes, a little leaf, a beautiful butterfly again, and a little gem. And I'm just going to leave that off just now. So at the top we have a lot of pieces of fabric, the same fabric that's on the cover, as I used that as the ties for a lot of the tags. We also have some eyelash trim and some bulldog clips. And in the front, if you can see, we have a lot of charms and bead dangles and a wee bit of eyelash trim dangling out of the side there. And like I said, it is a chain closure. This clasps on both sides. I've just done it quite loosely and with just the one side to make it easier on myself, but this does close all the way on both sides. And I'm just going to face this to myself to unclasp it. And on the inside, can you get that to kind of lie still for me? It is just held in place by a, sorry sorry for making you a wee bit seasick there. It's just held in place by a little T-bar, and that's the same on both sides. So first of all we have this beautiful page here which I just couldn't bring myself to cover. Obviously a pocket or something could be placed here, but I just thought this was such beautiful scrapbooking paper that I just didn't want to cover it. I've also put some lace coming out of the sides, and we also have some cheesecloth peeking out of the spine. So in this first pocket, which I just love, I have put a little Jibids tag. I will link Jibids' YouTube channel down below. But basically what she does is she takes specimens and sandwiches them between two pieces of acetate and sews around to keep them in place. This is not a real specimen, unfortunately. This is fake, as I don't have a lot of dry flowers lying around. I've also just put a little bulb pin and a little wing charm on there, and I've put a little distressed envelope in here as well, and inside that we just have a little note card and a double-sided piece of ephemera. If you see anything in this video that you would like a tutorial on, or for me to explain further how I did it, please let me know and I would be happy to do so. Over onto the next page we just have a Edith Holden poem and some stenciling. and this is the first part of the kit. This is the Floral Delights kit here, and as you can see I have sewn around this kit, this image, but you don't actually have to, as she has already sewn around it before she scanned it. I just really like the tails and to be able to feel the stitching, but you really wouldn't have to. And in that little pocket I've just put a tag, and again I've used the fabric as the tail. And then over the page, oh sorry, this is also part of the kit. This is the Nature's Epiphany journal page, and I wasn't very busy, so I wasn't too bothered about covering it, but it's just beautiful. It's almost like newspaper print that's been kind of distressed and coffee stained and whatnot. And on the other side I have made a little envelope. There's nothing in it, but it's just from an Edith Holden page, and I've taken another piece of that kit and attached it to the front, and that's just held in place by a little bulldog print clip. Cannot talk today, I apologise. And this is just another page from that kit, and it's just gorgeous. I just couldn't bring myself to cover it. Obviously whoever gets this could definitely cover it. This will be for sale in my Etsy shop, which I will link down below. I will also link Tracie Fox's Etsy shop and direct links to both the kits that I used. I didn't use all of the kit. There is a lot that I didn't use from both kits, but I did use most of it. So on this page I've just made a large pocket, and I've just put a little journaling space there, and this is a full page tag, and I've just stamped a little bird at the top. I'm sorry if I'm talking really quite quick. I'm trying not to take too long, as I've done this video about 3 or 4 times now, and it's nearly my son's bedtime, and of course a car starts beeping right outside my window. On to the next page, I have a little Jibbid flip with a butterfly stamp on there. I don't know if you can kind of make that out. And I've just sewn across the top. And then we have a little paper bag here with a piece of ephemera tucked inside. I can get that back in, that would be lovely. I'm all shaky. On this ledger page I've just put a little window, and I've put a vellum image of some poppies on that. And on the other side I've just created a sort of border with some crocheted lace. And then here I have a sort of waterfall with journaling space, and then you can still see and read this beautiful page right here, which is from a vintage flower book. I honestly cannot remember the name, but I'm pretty sure it's British Wildflowers or something like that. Then here I've just put a little collage, and this envelope is just being held closed by this beautiful little bird here, and it opens up for more journaling space right there, and that just slips it in the little slit between the bird and the flap, and that's just keeping it closed there. And then we have some journaling space with a little bit of stenciling and some more journaling space. Then here we have another beautiful image from the kit and some ledger pages from the kit, and we also have 2 coin envelopes, and I've just decoupaged onto some playing cards and backed them with tea-dye paper to give you some extra journaling space there. And then here we have a full page pocket, and inside here I've put a little journal with pockets on either end, and it's got a little charm and beads hanging on the back there, and that just slots in there. And then here we have a little charm dangling with a little dove and a little stamp of a butterfly. And on this paper clip we have a glassine bag that I've just collaged on top of, and inside it has a piece of letter paper with a beautiful little image of some wildflowers at the bottom, and that just paper clips onto the page. Oop, I'm so shaky today, it is so annoying. Today of all days. Then I have some Tim Holtz not acetate, vellum paper here as well, and some ephemera pages in here too, and another Jibbid flip here. And then in the centre of both signatures I have put 2 full page pockets, and in both of them there is these little journals that I've made, sort of little notebooks that can be taken out and moved around and then popped back in, and it's just the same fabric that I've used for the cover and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful scrapbook paper I put on the inside, and just some tea-dye paper, the lined paper as well. So that's in both the centre signatures. And then over the page we have some journaling space and a little rose stencil. And then in this pocket that I've stitched around, I put my rendition of a file folder, and inside we have some more of that beautiful kit. And in these little slits you have little pockets, and we have a little tea card and a little journaling card in there. And then behind this little gorgeous guy we have another Jibid tag with a little leaf and on this bulb clasp we have a little flower, and that just tucks in there. So over the page we have more of that beautiful Tim Holtz paper there, and some more journaling space with a little bird stamped at the top. And then I've made a pocket out of the fabric that I used for the cover, and I've just popped the little poetry quote, which I will hold up for you guys if you want to pause and read that. Whoop! As there's no way I can read that upside down. And another little tag from the kit, and as you can see here, they are all sewn around, so you really wouldn't need to sew around it unless you wanted to. And I also have a little double page of ephemera tucked in there. And then here we just have a little flip for journaling on this vintage music paper. I really cannot talk today. And then we have some more of that beautiful kit right here and here, and a little bead dangle right there. Most of the pages I just couldn't bring myself to cover, as they were just absolutely stunning. I did cover the less busy ones, but most of them are just too gorgeous to cover. So another piece of the kit here, and inside I've just put a little book page that I turned into a journaling card, well, part of a book page. And this is a little Wendy inspired flip. Again, I will link Wendy's channel down below, and this just opens up like a little envelope. If you're not shaky like me, it is easy. And this just says inspire. So this opens up, and I have another piece of the kit here that I've just backed with some brown lace, and inside we have a beautiful tag from the kit. And if I can get that back in at this awkward angle, that would be wonderful. There we go. And then here we have some journaling space, and this is actually Indian cotton handmade paper, and I love the feel of this. It feels like fabric. It's just amazing. And then in this beautiful large pocket we have a full page tag, or a large tag from the kit. Obviously you can print these out at any size you wish, and I'm just going to leave that undone. Over the page I've just made a little side pocket out of a piece of the kit and tucked in one of the tags, and put a little bit of eyelash trim on the end. And at the bottom of this page I've put another little Jibid flip there, and then some ledger paper for journaling, and a little stencil in the corner, a little ephemera piece for journaling on the other side. And in this pocket we have another piece of ephemera tucked in. I love these bags, they're just gorgeous. And then we have some more tea-dye paper here for journaling, and another little stencil. And then in this pocket here we have another piece of ephemera and another piece of the kit as a journaling card. And this is also part of the kit as well, this page. And again, it's just stunning. And another beautiful page. I have glued two pages together for the kit, just as I got them printed at the library, so they weren't very sturdy, so I just glued them together to give them that extra piece of durability basically. So in this little pocket here we have another one of those book page tags I've made, and a little postcard that I've distressed and decoupaged onto. And this pocket here is also a little envelope which opens up. It's just held closed by this little altered paper clip, and inside there is extra journaling space, and that's just held in place by this little guy that I will put away later. And then on this page, this flips out, and it's just got some stenciling, and it is also a full page pocket. And I'm not going to pull this all the way out as I will never get it back in, but it does go right to the bottom. And the same with this page. This is just a vintage book page that I've made into a full page pocket, and again I've put a full page tag in there, and I've just stamped a little mushroom on the little tab at the top. And then here we have a piece of ephemera as a tuck spot, and another one of those beautiful large tags from the kit just tucked inside there. Some more journaling space and some more of that beautiful page paper from the kit. And again, this as well, I hope you can see that, because that is just one of my favourite pages. It is just gorgeous. It's just note paper, but it's got a shadow, an undershadow basically, of some flowers and butterflies. It's just, oh, it's beautiful. The detail in this kit is just amazing. So we've got another 2 coin envelopes here with some decoupaged playing cards for journaling, and I've just put a little collage on top there. And then in this pocket we just have another one of those notebooks. It's exactly the same, just a different decorative paper. Some graph paper for journaling, and another little butterfly stamped down the bottom. And then here we have a vintage book page just tucked in here. And here we have a little flip. So this flips up, and inside I have placed a little coin envelope I made and a little tag with some eyelash trim, and that's just on the pocket there is just a little piece of ephemera. And then we have a little extra notebook tucked in here with a little bumblebee, and of course you could lift this out of the way if you would like to read the book page. And then on the end here we just have a little bird dangling out from this Jibids tag as well. You can see that. I just love these. This was so much fun to make this journal. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. And then here we have another pocket that I've made from a journaling card from the kit, and again I've sewn around the edges. So like I said, I've got a lot of tails hanging out here, but if that bothers you, whoever gets this, you can definitely cut those off. So on the other side of this page, which is another part of the digital kit, as is this, I've just made another envelope out of an Edith Holden page, and again there's nothing inside this one, it's just tucked at the top with a little bulldog clip. And here we have some more tea-dyed paper with a little stencil for journaling, and some Tim Holtz paper again, some more journaling space with another Jibbid flip. And then here I've made a side pocket using the fabric from the cover, and inside I just have a vintage book page and a guest check. And on top of that pocket I've also put another piece of the kit, and I've also added a little paper clip which is doing absolutely nothing except looking pretty, and I've got a little butterfly attached to the end of that. So here is the other quote poem from the kit, and I'll bring this up for you guys again if you want to pause it and read it. And inside that I've just placed another piece of the kit, which is just a little journaling card, and I just love this paper, all the butterflies. And then in the centre signature again I've just got one of those journals that I made. It's exactly the same as the other one, and that's just tucked in there. And here we have a little owl stamp with some journaling paper and some more of that beautiful ephemera page. In the back here we have a large postcard like tag that's just tucked in the back of this envelope, and this just opens like so, and it's not an envelope at all, it's actually a hidden journaling spot. So you've got a few pieces of paper in here to journal on, and then in this little tuck we have a vintage playing card and a little tag for journaling as well. And that just closes like one of those envelopes, so you just pull them apart and it just stays in place. So more journaling space there. The other side of that Tim Holtz paper, and some more journaling space with a little snap down the bottom. And then on this page, this is another part of the kit, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure you'll agree by now. And then here I've just made a little paper clip tag with a little butterfly on the top, and I've just collaged the front, and this opens up and it's actually some more journaling space with a little pocket with a piece of ephemera tucked inside, and that just clips onto the page with the paper clip. And on the other side we have more of that kit. A lot of the pages I've done with just the journaling side, as I wanted to have a few journaling pages in this, as I knew there probably wouldn't be a lot left by the time I was finished with it. So here I've just made a pocket using a piece of that book page. Honestly can't remember what book that was from, but if you want to know I will definitely look and find out. But that's another piece of the kit right there, and again I've got some eyelash trim on the top. And here we have another bead dangle and a little piece of ephemera at the top for some journaling space. And in this pocket we have a full A4 sized piece of letter paper. And here we have a double pocket, and in the little pocket at the front we have just a vintage playing card, and then in the back we have a large piece of ephemera. And here we also have a little bead dangle. On the other side we have another little Jibbid flip and some more graph paper for journaling, and I've done a little collage here, and this is actually a functional paper clip, so you could pop something underneath there. Can't really show you this. So something could definitely be popped under this little Tim Holtz paper clip and held in place. And it's glued on the other side so it wouldn't slide out. Just pop that back in there. And then over the page we have... Sorry about that, my camera decided it was time to die on me, so I'm going to speed through this a little bit faster. So yeah, that's just a large tag from the kit, and then here we have more of that beautiful note paper with the undershadow of beautiful flowers, and then some beautiful butterflies on this side. Here I have a large pocket area that I got from I'm a Cool Mom, and another little Jibid tag in there. A piece of ephemera tucked in here, another piece of that beautiful kit tucked inside, and a large journal card tucked in the back there. And then here we have another piece of the kit as a pocket here, and I just have a normal tag tucked in the back. And here is another piece of the kit, and it's just a 4-tier pocket, and I've just put some journaling cards in here, and obviously I've left the bottom bit blank, but that's also an envelope which flips over, and it's just got a little 2 journaling cards tucked in there, and a little stencil on this journaling space right here. And then on the last page it's just that piece of the envelope which I've glued down as a pocket, and I've just popped a little journaling card inside. And the back page is exactly the same as the front page, with the same lace and the same little T-bar holding the back chain in place. So that is my journal, and I hope you guys liked it as much as me. And like I said, that will be listed in my Etsy shop as of Monday, and I will list my Etsy shop down below, as well as all the other links that I mentioned. So hopefully you guys liked it, and if you did, please let me know in the comments below. And if there are any questions or any tutorials you would like me to do, let me know in the comments below as well, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!